What is up, YouTube? JT Blackhawk here. First time knife review on the all new 2020 Ozark Trail fixed blade knife from Walmart. If you guys remember, the previous model looked like this. Had the wood scales, full tang, very nice piece, nylon sheath. I don't know who's in charge for marketing for the Walmart products, but somebody was listening because I know there's been a lot of reviews about these things on YouTube. That's why I personally didn't do one. I just didn't want to reinvent the wheel. But I came across some of those centerpiece shelves. I came across these here. I thought to myself, hey, these are not even on the website yet, so I can give these people a heads up on these new knives. Somebody's been listening though, because looks like we got some polymer sheaths. We're gonna go ahead and do an unboxing overview today. Go through them and check them out. Okay, right off the bat, the weight. Wow, feels great. Very lightweight. It does feel razor sharp. Be careful handling as soon as you get it out of the package. There's a reason they ship with these protectors. They don't want the knife cutting its way out of the factory packaging. I like the simplicity of this sheath. Let's get to that for a second. This sheath is incredibly simple. It has some vents. If you use your knife in moist environments, you can a little bit of venting there. It's just got a tension clip for your belt. Nothing fancy with like screws that you got to mess with. And then looks like it's a snap-in mechanism. Oh man, that is sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about $4.87 here. That's the highlight of this review, not the fact that there's a new cool fixed blade knife coming out of Walmart. Walmart's been selling knives for a long time. It's the fact that, you know, the distribution market that's taking care of the Walmart product line, they're listening. Because people have been talking about full tang forever. They gave us full tang on their first offering, as you can see here. I don't know how many other fixed blade Ozark Trail has come up with, but wow, I'm impressed. This is a nice piece. The handles seem to be either simulated wood or real wood. I have to get to that to confirm that for you. But this is really nice. This one seems to have some black Torx screws. And although it's fully wood, although it seems to be the wood or the simulated wood or the fake wood that seems to run the length of the handle, they seem to have divided it into like some stripes. I guess the orange is like a kind of like a safety color here on the edge, and it's also gives a nice little bit of added visibility, so you can see it if you ever lose it in your pile of tools or whatever. But man, I just can't. Again, what's shocking here is just the value factor, obviously. It's not the fact that, it's just another cool fixed blade knife that's being reviewed on YouTube. It's the fact that this thing is like $4.87, and it's the accessibility that it gives the market. You could pick these up. I think I found this one in one of those center, like eyelet kind of center shelving, like promotional, like where you find the gift sets for dad and stocking stuffers and stuff. That's where I found these knives at. And I almost missed it because I was like, oh, just another, Ozark Trail knife sets, with a bunch of like pliers and lanterns and compasses and whatnot. But this was alone in its card packaging, just like this. I thought this was really damn cool. It's got, even for a medium to large grip like mine, it's got pretty decent ergonomics. Like I can get my index, my middle, my ring, and part of my pinky on this last handle. I probably won't need to. You get so much handling on a blade that has just a 3.5 inch length that it's crazy how much handling you get as it is. You barely need to just grab onto it with your dear life like you need with some of those other survival blades. The jimping is pretty grippy. It's not like sanded down to like an edge, but it's pretty nice. I gotta say that. I do like the drop point semi-ground rear design that they did for this. It's a popular design that's coming more and more into play for most knives. The spear point could give you a lot of usefulness if you ever want to kind of like strap a pole to this and use it as a spear for fishing. Anything could be used for survival nowadays if you just have common sense. So labeling a knife a survival knife is kind of an anomaly these days. Like, I know people do it as a marketing gimmick, but when it comes to just using a knife for daily utility use, any knife can do that. But what you want the knife to do, that you have to decide. So far I'm digging the wood handle, the simulated wood, whatever it is. The weight, let's see what the weight distribution looks like. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's closer to right where the stripes are. So let me see. Yeah, it's closer to where the stripes are. But, hey man, $4.87. I'm going to continue reiterating that. So they make two iterations of this. This is the wood version, and then here we have a what seems to be, they're calling it 4-inch rubberized handle. The blade, instead of being polished as with its cousin, its wooden cousin counterpart, this one is a stonewash fixed blade. So let's get a first-hand look at this, and then get our own impression, shall we? Cut out the sheath so we can just get them both out at the same time. By the way, thanks to Birdshot 4. I've been watching their videos. They're really entertaining. Dude and his wife making videos is pretty fun. They actually gave me the idea. I mean, it's common sense, but cutting the knives out of their packaging in this way allows you a lot of options. I mean, it's easier, it's prettier to actually, it's nicer and more presentable to return it if you ever had to. You kind of just put the knife back into its thing and just tape it up or whatever. So thanks you guys for exposing that, even if you didn't advertently do it on purpose to show that you can do that. Okay, so anyhow, this is pretty cool. And when they say rubbery, I know what they mean now. It's not just like a G10 scale or just like a plastic. The actual texture of it, it's pretty grippy. So I mean, so far we're looking at an identical knife as this guy right here, but it's more like a darker, more stealthy, if you will, finish. Whereas the polished blade, I believe, has the etching, the laser etching in that color there, which is kind of like a pewter. The black one has the same color because you could equally, it's a smart color to use because you could see it in the stonewash and you could see it in the polished blade equally. So I like that. That's pretty damn cool. Let me see what else. Rubbery grip, same jimping, same spline. Let's see that grind alignment we were talking about in my other videos, how it is. Seems to be about the same, 2 millimeters behind dead center on both of them. Yep. Looks like the same on both. Now, I'm not sure about steel. There's people saying that's, 13 or, 13 CR MOV or whatever that. It's like a long, let me see if the Kershaw says it. 13 CR anywhere here? Yeah, I think this says it here. Yeah, 8 CR, I'm sorry, 8 CR 13 MOV. So seems to be a good basic Chinese steel that you can sharpen. Now, I don't know if these are it. I'm going to do my research and see if I can contact somebody in the product support department to answer any questions I might have. I mean, it's a $5 knife. They don't expect a lot of questions to be asked, but it doesn't hurt to do it anyway. If you're a backpacker, this is the kind of knife you attach to your belt as a backup fixed blade. If you're camping, if you're going out to the woods or whatever, it's not your batoning knife, obviously, because the blade is too small. I mean, in a pinch, you could probably use it for very small branches, but this wouldn't be my main batoning knife. The scales seem to be on there pretty hard. I don't detect any looseness, but like I said, if you're after just like a classic, fixed blade look, this is the one to go for. The one with the wood and the stripes. I like that. It's a very classic look. But if you want something a little bit more like stealthier and grippier and tacticalier, I saw that in a video the other day and I was like, this is ridiculous, but it's funny enough that I'll repeat it. But if you want something a little bit more like discreet, this is the way to go. So there you go. This is the 2020 Ozark Trail fixed blade knives available at your local Walmart store. You can pick them up for $4.87 plus tax. That's what I paid. And I just wanted to bring it to you guys first. I didn't see any on YouTube, so I was like, hey man, this is like a Kershaw Husker situation here. Let me give these guys the review so they can know what's on the Walmart shelves and they can go out and get it if they're on a budget or if you just want a backup blade or something. These are pretty cool knives. So go out and get it and let me know what you think about yours. Give me your own personal opinion in the comments. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.